Welcome to Aquasea Healing Frequency, a sacred space where the rhythm of the sea meets the energy of healing. I'm Meiji, your guide on this journey of self-discovery, transformation, and remembrance. Just as the ocean moves in waves, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, healing ebbs and flows in its own divine rhythms. Here we dive into the depths of our inner world, release what no longer serves us, and open to the infinite possibility of love, light, and renewal. Through guided meditation, energy activation, personal reflection, and soul nourishing conversation, Aquasea Healing Frequency invites you to reconnect with your true essence. This is more than just a podcast. It's a frequency, a vibration, a current of energy that carries you through your healing journey. So take a deep breath in, feel the energy of the sea within you, and let's journey together into the new healing frequency of the soul. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Aquasea Healing Frequency podcast, a space where we honor the sacred flow of healing, remembrance, and reconnection. I'm Meiji, and I'm so grateful you're here with me today. In this episode, we'll dive into the currents of ancestral healing and DNA activation, two powerful streams that meet at the soul level, offering both release and reclamation. You may have felt, especially lately, that you're carrying more than just your own stories. Patterns of fear and scarcity, silence, or shame that don't fully belong to you. Energies passed down through your bloodline, generational echoes stored not just in your heart, but deep within your DNA. Today we'll explore what it means to clear those inherited patterns, open up to the spiritual potential encoded within you. Together we'll reflect on the emotional and energetic imprints of our lineage and how the journey of healing our roots creates space for divine remembrance. This isn't just about healing the past, it's about activating your soul's blueprints and stepping into the luminous being you were always meant to be. So wherever you are, take a moment now to settle in. Gently close your eyes if that feels safe. And bring one hand to your heart and the other hand to your belly. Let's take 3 soft breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Allow your body to fully arrive in this moment, supported by the wisdom of your ancestors and the light of your becoming. Let's begin. What is ancestral healing? Ancestral healing is a sacred practice of tending to the energetic, emotional, and spiritual imprints passed down through our family's lines. These imprints aren't just stories or memories, they are patterns woven into the body, held in the bones, carried in the breath. We often think of healing as something personal, but many of the wounds we carry didn't begin with us. The fears we struggle with, the inner critical voice, even deep-rooted beliefs around worth, survival, or love, they may be echoes of generations past. From a spiritual lens, our ancestors live within us. Their unspoken grief, unfinished dreams, their wisdom and resilience, all of it lives in our blood and energy field. And just as we have inherited the pain, we've also inherited their power. Healing the ancestral lines means we become conscious stewards of this inheritance. It's not about blaming our families, it's about choosing to break the cycles they may not have had the tools or space to break. You may have noticed certain patterns repeated in your family. Emotional suppression, abandonment or betrayal, struggles with abundance or relationships, patterns of illness and disconnections. These aren't coincidence, they're energetic signatures waiting to be witnessed and transformed. Science has a name for this too. epigenetics. It's a study of how trauma and experience can be passed down, not just through stories or environment, but through our genes. A grandparent's trauma can influence a grandchild's stress response. It's proof of something many indigenous and spiritual traditions have always known. Healing happens across time. I want to share a story from my own family. Not just mine, but one that shaped both my sister and me in very different ways. After the Vietnam War ended in 1975, my father was placed in the re-educational camp. During that time, he risked his safety to visit my mom in secret. These visits were filled with fear and tension. He was always vigilant, especially around police officers, because discovery could mean severe punishments. My sister was conceived during one of those visits. As we grew up, she often told me how she's always felt a deep, unexplainable unease around police, even though nothing had ever happened to her personally. It was like she inherited that hyper-awareness, that fear directly from our father's lived experience. I, on the other hand, was conceived after my father had been released. And that particular imprint just isn't in my system in the same way. It showed me so clearly how ancestral energy and memory can be passed on without words, just through presence, emotion, and timing. It's just one example of how ancestral imprints can live in us, unseen but deeply felt, of how we carry not only the stories of our ancestors, but the emotional residue of their lived experiences. You don't need to know your entire family history to begin this work. Sometimes healing begins with a dream, a memory, or a quiet inner knowing. You might feel drawn to light a candle for a grandmother you never met, or to place your hands over your womb or heart and whisper, "It ends with me." These simple acts done with reverence begin the unraveling. In my own journey, ancestral healing often comes in waves, sometimes through tears I can't explain, sometimes through visions of family members I never consciously knew, and sometimes through profound peace, like a lineage exhaling through me. When we bring awareness, compassion, and intention to these inherited patterns, we begin to clear the path, not just for ourselves, but for those who came before us and those yet to come. When you are ready, we'll explore how this ancestral work is deeply connected to DNA activation, how clearing the density of the past allows the spiritual potential encoded within you to awaken and flow. But for now, take a breath with me. Feel your body, your presence. You are the living altar of your lineage, and the light you carry matters. DNA activation, remembering who you are. When we think of DNA, we often reduce it to biology, a string of genetic code that determines physical traits or predispositions. But on an energetic or spiritual level, your DNA holds so much more. It's a multidimensional record, a blueprint. Within it lives not only your ancestral memories, but your soul's memory, your gifts, your sacred purpose, your divine potential. If you've been listening to this podcast journey, you might remember back in episode 15, we explored the layers of the energetic body, how the physical, emotional, and mental and spiritual fields holds imprints of our lived experience. That episode led the groundwork for this one, because ancestral healing and DNA activation both work through those energetic layers. We don't always see them, but we feel them. And our DNA too is much more than a physical code. It's an energetic interface between soul and body, memories and possibilities. DNA activation is the process of awakening those dormant strands, energetic layers of your being that have been asleep, waiting for you to remember. Many spiritual teachers refer to this as the junk DNA that science hasn't yet fully understand. But within those so-called unused portions lie codes of intuition, interdimensional access, healing abilities, deep empathies, even your soul's original essence before any human conditioning. When we begin clearing inherited patterns through ancestral healing, we remove the energetic fog that keeps those codes buried. We make space for clarity, connection, and remembrance. Imagine your energy body like a field of light. When it's heavy with unprocessed trauma or ancestral weight, your inner light is dimmed. But as you release, forgive, honor, and transmute those stories, your light body begins to activate. Your frequency rises, your intuition sharpens, your soul's start to speak louder than your fear. And your DNA responds because your body listens. This process doesn't need to be dramatic. It can happen slowly through meditation, energy healing, breathwork, intentional prayer, or even deep silence. Sometimes it begins with a single thought. This story ends with me and something new begins. For me, DNA activation feels like a homecoming, like a knowing inside myself that I am more than just Meiji, the daughter, the teacher, the healer. I am a soul who chooses to incarnate here with purpose. And I carry the keys to remembering who I truly am deep within my body. You do too. You may have already felt it, tinglings during certain meditation, sudden downloads of clarity, and soul memories surfacing during a healing session, or a deep sense of connections to something ancient within you. These are signs that your DNA is responding, that you're awakening to your full spiritual potential. Some traditions believe we're activating 12 strands or even 144-strand DNA, beyond the physical into the etheric and cosmic layer of our beings. While science hasn't caught up to all of this yet, your inner knowing may already feel it. Trust that. You're not just healing what came before you, you are activating what was always within you. When you're ready, we'll move into some practical ways to begin ancestral healing and DNA activation, including rituals, journal prompts, and embodiment practices. But first, let's take a moment. Place your hands over your heart and whisper inwardly, I am ready to remember. I am ready to awaken what has always been mine. Guided practice, ancestral light meditation. Before we begin, I invite you to create a sacred space. Gather your journal and a pen. If you feel called, bring a crystal to support your journey, perhaps a black tourmaline for grounding, rose quartz for heart connection, or clear quartz for amplifications. Set them near you and let them be quiet companions during this process. When you're ready, take a comfortable seat or lie down. Close your eyes if that feels safe. Begin with a slow grounding breath in and exhale gently out. Again, inhale, feeling your body soften, and exhale, releasing any tension. One more time, inhale deeply, and exhale, arriving fully here. Now visualize roots extending from your body down into the earth. Feel yourself anchoring, safe, supported, held. From this grounded place, call in your ancestors. Only those of love, wisdom, and benevolence. You may feel them as a warm light, a quiet presence, or a sense of deep knowing. Invite them gently. Ancestors of the highest light, I welcome you into this space. I honor your journey. Thank you for your guidance. Now imagine a soft golden light surrounding you, This light begins to move through your field, washing away old stories, inherited patterns, energetic blocks. Let go of what no longer belongs to you. Let it dissolve in the light, back to source with love. Then from above, envision a crystalline light descending, clear, luminous, divine. It may shimmer gold, silver, white, or even colors unique to you. This is the frequency of remembrance, of your soul's original blueprint, of the dormant codes within your DNA awakening. Let this crystalline light enter through the crown of your head, flow into your third eye, your throat, and gently resting in your heart. Pause here. Feel your heart receiving. This is your spiritual inheritance, truth, strength, and soul wisdom. Now let the light move down into your solar plex, igniting your inner fire, awakening your will, reclaiming your power. Let it continue into your roots, grounding this activation into your body. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, imagine this light filling your entire being, glowing from your center outward. And now, with your eyes still closed or gently open, bring your awareness to your journal. Let your hand rest gently on it, your crystals nearby. Without needing to think, plan, or analyze, open the page and allow the words to pour out. Let your soul speak. Let your ancestors whisper. Let your body remember. There is no prompt, just the open channel of your truth flowing now. I'll hold silence here for a few moments as you continue to write. Just let the words flow freely onto the page. As we come to a close, place your pen down gently. Bring your hands to your heart and whisper inwardly. It ends with me. it begins with me. I am the remembering. Take a final deep breath in. And as you exhale softly into presence, as you complete your journaling, know that what has moved through you is enough. Rather in a single word or pages of remembrance, trust that the healing has already begun. Some of what we carry doesn't belong to us, and yet we hold it with love. And when the time is right, we offer it back to the light. Let the integration continue gently in the days to come. Drink water, rest, walk barefoot on the earth, or sit quietly with the sea. The light you activated today is now part of your field. Be tender with it. Now, a message for the collective from The Journey to the Heart by Melody Betty. Let this be your soul's whisper for the week ahead. Let the heart lead you. It's not reckless. It's not careless. It's not foolish. Your heart truly knows the way. Trust it. Follow it. Before we close, let's seal our practice with 3 grounding ohms. You're welcome to chant with me or simply receive the vibration. Let it ripple through your being. Place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your left hand, as we send our collective healing vibrations to ourselves, to our loved ones, to Mother Earth, to the universe. Take a deep breath in. Palms together to your third eye. I thank you for joining me today. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. May you always remember that you are the bridge between worlds, between bloodlines, between what has been and what is becoming. Namaste. In our next and final episode of part 2, we'll bring it all together in episode 24, Integration and Multidimensional Awareness, Embodying Your Highest Self in Daily Life. This is where the threads of the energetic body, chakra expansion, and ancestral healing and spiritual light body meet, so you can walk in the world as the radiant being you truly are. If this episode touched you, I'd love to hear from you. Connect with me on Instagram or YouTube at Aquasea Healing Frequency, or dive deeper through my online offerings at Thinkific. Your reviews and shares means the world and help amplify this healing frequency to others who need it. Until next time, with love, remembrance, and saltwater blessing. I'm Meiji, and this is Aquasea Healing Frequency Podcast. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Aquasea Healing Frequency. I hope the healing energy of the sea and the frequency we explored today have resonated deeply within you. Remember, the journey to inner peace and alignment is ever evolving, and I'm here to support you along the way. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Connect with me on Instagram and YouTube at Aquasea Healing Frequency. For more resources, head on over to my online course on Thinkific. Keep your heart open and let the waves of healing continue to flow. Until next time, may peace and healing embrace you always. Meiji.